Walaikum assalam, sir.
How are you? Because I want to see that, yes, most of you, because last class I saw like among you, someone is affected by COVID. Someone, not someone, some of three of you were affected by COVID, but I don't know that whether they are okay this week or not. But Alhamdulillah, after seeing uh, like most of you, like a great percentage are fantastic and feeling cheerful with smiling face. Alhamdulillah. Still, today, I don't know about myself, but I have many deadlines, so I could sleep a very little. So hope with interacting with you, I could. Like recharge myself. Yeah, I am recording over there. I am also recording in my computer as well. Okay, so thank you that at least you're feeling good, and those some of you, your family member or relatives are now COVID affected. Really, 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 the situation is not that much good. As I mentioned earlier, that please take care of yourself and your family member, and this can be the right choice that Allah gives a chance to show your responsibility to the parents. So even a smile can give a lots of support, okay, during this distress or pandemic situation. So even I try my best to make my family only happy, even without, because I cannot cook food nowadays. I can cook food, okay. uh, I can beat someone, but nowadays I am just, my job is to just encourage my family member, and I have a very happy family. I am a very happily married. I have, Alhamdulillah, I have three princess and one queen. So, and Alhamdulillah, with that, I am so happy, because maybe sometime I'm feeling that I am the happiest father in this whole world. And three princess, three Rajkonnas are there, and they are very young, very 6 years, 3 years, and 6 months. So it's like a digital 3333 gap. So this is a case that what I want to say, that please even try to express your happiness, because most of you said that you are feeling happy and with smiling face. This one, to spread these things to your father, mother, and the family member, even to think that the situation is uh, happy with control, okay. But whenever I saw, I don't have that much time to watch the TV news and other things, but whenever I saw some news after the iftar, so during that time my heart felt really bad, because whenever I can see the news of India, because the situation is not that much good. So may Allah support them, give them like may Allah like remove this corona. Really, this is really tough scenario, but we have to survive with our um, strong feelings. Okay, so let me start with the class today. I have also, because let me share, maybe. Okay, let me share my screen with this. So today I have also shared the feedback, so please click the feedback. Maybe there will be uh, five feedback queries, so it will be not that much. Okay, I do not turn in now. Okay, do not check the feedbacks, okay, because you will not get chance to give it again. So who give the feedback already, okay, it should be given within up to five. Hey, abdul Abdul Aziz or something, okay. So do not smile, okay. Alamin, already you have submitted. Please do not submit this one. This is not a quiz. This is your feedback, okay, whether you can learn something or not, okay. So use the feedback like the before. And today I have, because already the seers knocked me, so today I have shared another post in the Google, like in your Google Classroom, you can see this is like a video lecture, and I have created a YouTube channel. Okay, so I'll put all the video in those YouTube channel. Okay, so it's not like that I have to like share the video with you every week. So the YouTube channel will be there, and this YouTube channel is unlisted. So we are using many private talks over here. So I'm not professional, like a professional online activist. Okay, so so we are talking many things private. So it should be unlisted. Please do not share this link to others, because you paid for this lecture. Okay, so do not share. Okay, so this is the case. And here also we have, like, this is private lecture. So please click the video lecture over there, and time to time I'll upload whenever I'll have the time. So no need to even you can remind me the seers, but no need to be worried. Okay, so I have the first class, even the last class. Okay, 2 classes are there, and I feel that it was the Zoom link class. Okay, so if you have any query and other things, please knock me over there. Do not upload or share the things. Okay, now, so last class, what I have discussed in the last class, and I can share the slide as well. Today I'll also finish very quick slide. So every class in the first 5 minutes I want to review the last classes. Okay, so the my aim is like, let me give some slow pace at the very beginning, because we need to know the core things of the networking and data communications very very importantly. Okay, because so many terms will be there, though we are using the network communication, wireless, and the networking, because unless and otherwise those things we cannot talk now. I cannot communicate with you, or all the 124 students cannot communicate each other. So this is the first thing that we are using the communications. Okay, this course objective already we are using. Okay, so this is the case. Second thing is that first, maybe I want to first few classes, first few weeks, or first few months, maybe around 2 months, I'll go a little bit slower, because this course is the fundamental things for even the next semester things, and then I'll move very fast. Okay, so first maybe I'll give the slower spin balls, then at the last maybe we'll move with the like slower spin with the Sakib Al Hasan. Then Sakib Al Hasan is not the spin. Okay, the slower spin, maybe Meras, and maybe afterwards we can use Mashrafi or Taskin. Okay, so, and you have to be calm and quiet like Mominul Haq. Okay, so even
Sir,
in all, yes,
sir, previously we had a problem in the first class about the attendance. Have you solved it?
what
Because
kind
of
of,
the
and then just
we fill up the Google form and the feedback was not showing. You saw that 133 students were present in the Google form, but in the Google,
listen, no worry. Okay, so because I will check actually the Excel file created from here. Okay, so I have all the Excel files. So most of the cases, if I need to go through the Excel file, it will be a little bit tough. So I just want you to do your job. Okay, so whenever, because it's from the classroom, you have to give the things from the classroom. Okay, so
yes, sir.
there is something turn in, turn on. So listen, I want to make everything in a friendly way. Okay, so if so that you'll not get in trouble at the last of the semester. Okay,
Okay.
so this attendance and other things is, for me, is less is important than the knowledge gathering. Okay,
Yes.
so with the attendance you will get 10 marks, but with this knowledge you will get a job, like, by which maybe you will get 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh taka per month. And if you multiply those things for another 40 years, that will be crore and crore, not millions. Okay, you'll be millionaire. Okay, with this even course content. Okay, think about that rather than thinking about the 10 marks.
Yeah.
So, so this is my case that whether yeah. So I feel that you got that point. Okay.
Yes.
So no need to, because if I have any query and other things, please knock me here. Don't respond, please don't respond. Okay, don't try to make like experiment with the response. So it's not attendance. Please, I need some of your like feedback as well. Okay, whether you understand or not. Okay, so let me first clear like start the class again because last class I talk about the data, how data will move with the electron. Then we know that electron is generated from the generator. Okay, so electron is like the characteristic of the electron is something like that, that it only generate from some place and is travel to the ground. This is the case. Okay, so if the electron generate from the even cloud is travel to the ground then and then. Okay, and you know that yesterday even I heard the like thunders what the sound after the thunderstorm. So those things are happening, that electron is the dump. Okay, but we the designer, the electrical electron designer, okay, so make the path for the electron such a way, we call that path as circuit, and we throw the electron through some resistor. Then that time that the flow of the reverse of the flow of the electron is called current. Okay, so we know that from the electron flow, we know that the reverse of the electron flow is current. Then if the electron flows through a resistor, then we may have some voltage. Okay, so what the designer know, the designer know only I. Okay, and whenever the I travels through R, that time we can produce some voltage, okay, over there. And we know because we can count the I, and we can if we multiply the I with the voltage, we can get some power. And if we permutate a combination with those things with R, we can get something. Okay, so these three terms, actually we have these three terms, whatever we are calling that, we have so many things, but actually the core variable or core parameters only the three terms. Okay, I and V and the R. Okay, so this I or the electron actually moves from, like, electron is really, it just follows is a trainer. Okay, so the trainer said that, okay, I switch on, just electron moves from like generator through my light, through my AC, through my fan, and moves to the ground. So the electron will just follow that things. Okay, it's not, it will not know that whether I am falling through light or so it will just flow from the high voltage area to the low voltage area. Okay, so this is actually the happening. Okay, don't ask me any question from the basic thing that electron flow and the reverse of current flow, there is some mistake or something. We know these things. Okay, so from the electrical point of view. So as I told you before last class, because the communication happened, as I told you that maybe we are using 0101 something. So 0 means plus 5 volt. Sorry, 0 means minus 5 volt, and 1 means plus 5 volt. Okay, so then we throw the electron actually for the communication. As I told you before that we use many kind of media. Okay, so previously whenever for the message, we have to send the message from one place to another place. So message can be any document. So this kind of documents can be there. So previously this document is carried by some person. So if the person walk, the document will walk. If the person run, the document will run. If the things if the person is on the horse, if the horse run, the document will run with the speed of the horse. Okay, if we put the document not this much, it's very small. If we put the document um like fixed with a pigeon or eagle, the document can fly with the characteristic of eagle and the pigeon. Now, after 18th century or after 19th century, actually after Edison and after Tesla, okay, after Tesla's invention, those kind of things, and Alexander Graham Bell. So that time, actually, what happened? We can change the media. So previously we have this kind of document, the paper, the physical document. Now we can convert. So we can convert the document to an electrical form. So electrical form means all the documents are now become electron. So all the documents are now become electrons. And sometimes we call this one as electron as a digital form, because we can define all the electrons, whether this is +5 or -5, or whether this is +12 or -12. And because of that, we call this one as digital form of the document, okay, or digital form of the data. So this is like, because we can define with some symbols. So then actually what happened, we now use electron. Previously we train horse, train eagle, train pigeon. Now we use electron, because we train electron to carry my signal. Okay, so we can use a carrier electron. Okay, so carrier electron is only carrier. It can change its magnitude, it can change its amplitude. Okay, so it can change its amplitude depending upon these signals. So if it is +5, I can put the +5, -5, +5, -5, and so on. This is not the exact drawing. I'm just drawing those things for your better understanding. Okay, so +5, -5, the carrier is changes itself exactly like the horse. But whenever I send the data, we cannot do anything with the data. Data should be intact, so that whenever the messenger or horse or the birds will be arrive, we can get the data intact. Okay, so this is the case. So whenever we will receive the carrier, okay, so that time the carrier had the data. So if you remove the carrier such a way, that time if you remove like a thread, okay, so this is like a thread. If you remove this thread, that time we can get all the +5, -5, +5, and -5, so on. And those +5, -5 is nothing. We have to send the PCM code, like 4-bit code or 5-bit code, and so on. Okay, so we can say that this +5, like 010101 means 5, 010 means 6. So with that, we are sending some code. Okay, so those code is coming also from Morse code or other things. Okay, so this is actually the things that how we utilize the electron as the media. Okay, so last class even I told you that what happened from my desk. I am talking now, so my voice is analog. As I told you that anything outside of the devices are analog. We human being can we human being are analog. Okay, so we can only produce, or we can only receive analog things. Okay, and it's not electronic things. Okay, so my voice is moving this way, it's vibrates. So there are some piezoelectric in my microphone, and it's vibrates such a way that piezoelectric produce some voltage. Okay, so the produce some voltage difference. That means 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt, 5 volt, something. With that, actually I am sending this 1 2 5 3 whatever through my internet. Okay, my ISP, my router, my computer, all the things, they convert all the things through here to your home ISP. Then from your computer, it reproduce, it decode. Okay, because I send the because the +5, -5, the core electron is carried from my home, has so many things. That means my PowerPoint data is there, my video data is there, my voice data is there, my normal data is there. So all the things are data, but we code each of the data such a way that this is for audio, this is for video. This is the so sophisticated mechanism, so sophisticated engineering, so sophisticated. I can say that this is like a drawing. So only because drawing means a masterpiece. If anything become hotspot, like if any electron move from my microphone to the video, electron from micro, electron is electron, okay, plus 5 minus, those whenever is moved through the internet cables, even from the wireless, if it is mixed, it will be hotspot. Okay, it will not what it looks like. You cannot see me, you cannot hear me. So it's like a masterpiece. Whenever you receive, you are receiving a $1 million masterpiece, okay, of engineering. So this is actually what happened, the communication masterpiece, as I told you. So this is actually we belong this common like engineering field, we belong. So doctor, they can say that we are doctor, but we can also say that we engineer, we belong to this sophisticated magical world. Okay, we create this magical world with the great place of Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Still we are thinking what to do next. Okay, so this invisible electron now carried all the information to your home. My electron is moves to your home. You can hear my voice clearly, you can see me clearly due to this communication. Okay, so data is there, communication is there, we are using electron from this computer to another computer. This is the things. And as I told you, so at the very beginning, whenever we produce electron from DC generator and AC generator, that time everyone, because that day whenever I told you last week that regarding Tesla, I like Tesla, then I watched another movie called Tesla. Okay, and the life of Tesla is very horrible, and I again saw Edison. I don't like Edison that much. So I was that during that time in 90s. Okay, during that time, like 1900, around that time, so everybody was busy to create the network. So create the Edison network. So Edison network means he has the DC power. So he want to transmit the DC power to every home of America. Okay, so that was his aim. But DC cannot travel much. Okay, but AC can travel a long distance, and because of that, it was popular. So afterwards, so but during that time, AC or DC, they try to connect the generator because the generator means generator of the electron to the ground, like through the devices. So they create the network. So the network, whatever I said, that data communication and network study already have been started 100 year before. Okay, so this is not a new thing. Okay, but nowadays, as we are using, we have the device, we have generator of the electron, generator of the message, we have the receiver of the message all together. And now we are using wireless even. Okay, now we are using it. So because of that, it's become mandatory for each of the person. Sometimes I said that this is like a right, the information is right for us now. Okay, like food, shelter, like that. Okay, information, we want to know that what is the status of COVID today. So information is now become right. Okay, so that means to be connected is now become a right for human being. So to make a communication, so the every government makes sure that every of the citizen is easily communicated. Okay, so can be easily communicated. Okay, so this is the case that we are now here. So as an electrical engineer, we can bring so many new kind of devices. As a communication engineer, as a network engineer, we can connect those devices so that it can be seamless. Okay, it can work uh, like a charm. Okay, so this is actually what I want to say, that this course will look like. So in the first course, actually I want to, maybe it is become, for someone it will be like a, my talk is become overloading, but I want to think about all the 130 students. Okay, so all the students together, someone will be have some trouble to understand. So maybe because of the ability, so because of that I am going the same thing from different perspective, so that you can think. Okay, so in our this data communication networking course one, we'll think about the wired connection. So wired networking, exactly the way that Edison and Tesla did for their generators. And in the next semester we'll think about some advanced things, like how these mobile devices will work together, how the Internet of Things will work together, how the artificial intelligence of energy networking will work together. I will give a very small brief at the last of this course as well, that how we can utilize this course over there as well. Okay, so uh, I talk everything from our last class as well. Okay, whatever I feel that it was there, number system, even um, um, these books things I'll come later, but I'll give all the materials, okay, PDF and other things in the group later. Okay, so I'll follow these books. Most of the cases the computer network, a top-down approach, but sometime what I mean, like these books, you can just remember the names, like the computer network by Tannenbaum is called the, sometimes called the Bible. So I don't have to use the word Bible. So sometimes called the very basic starting computer network book for all the expert. Afterwards, I like this book as well because there are so many pictures. So I use some of the picture from this book, and I use some of the content from this book as well. But what happened, like I know that this book is the latest version, is 6th edition, and it was published in 2018. Okay, so I think that if any book published, okay, if any book is, I have some book here, I have other. So if any books published that time, to create, to edit these books, okay, to because I am also a researcher, so I have book chapters, I have things. So to even edit a book, it takes 1 year to 2 years. Okay, so the information inside these books, what if the latest version is in 2018, that means the information is belongs to 2016. Okay, and or maybe earlier. Okay, so because of that, sometimes the books can be nowadays, because if you want to use the books information, you cannot say anything regarding this latest latest invention. So because of that, I use these books as a history book. How I use the books as a history book, because as we have to, because I have to think about myself as a engineer, as a designer. So when I open the book, I watch that during this 2012 there was a problem in the networking, and how the researcher solved those problems. Oh, okay, they invented KVL, or they invented KCL, or they invented generator, they invented motor. Fantastic. So now at 2021, I have one this kind of problem. I have to solve those things like them. It's not like that I have to follow them, follow their solution. I have to follow their encouragement or thinking process. Okay, that how they think, how they deal with the problem, rather than how they deal with the solution. So I have to think about the problem, today's problem. So I usually think about this kind of book as a history book, to encourage myself how a engineer should act. Okay, so they have that those problems, they make so many algorithms, Nowadays, I have this problem. I have to create my own algorithm. This is the case, okay? So I'll give all the books in the material section later on. And last class, I told that why the computer was generated. It was generated in 2017. And afterwards, it's become a research topic. Then we want to use everything everywhere, okay? So this is the case that everything everywhere is there. So afterwards, I gave the thing that network made the telecommunication available to individual. Yes, previously to communicate with you, I need to use the telecommunication, that long distance communication. Tele means long, communication means tele means far communication. So are available to individuals. So now we have so many individual devices, and also this network, as I told you, that produce many job. Okay, so let me share this screen, and maybe it will be better for someone to see through sharing the screen. Okay, so I'll share the screen and I will be here. Okay, so this is actually the case I'm sharing. Now think about, as I told you before, all the things I believe that I told you before. So now I'll share only these things. Okay, so how network impact our life? This is not the feedback question, but just ask this question. Whatever I said before, I just put all the things together. Okay, so to I didn't get someone asked me. It is, sir, is it like top secret, highly classified information? I don't know. Okay, so why you ask this question from now or something? Okay, so the how network impact our daily life. Okay, so actually, as I told you that this is actually the World Wide Web, WWW, invented by the DARPA, the Defense Ministry of America. At the rate, the all the things are created by the DARPA. Okay, so these things actually, what happened actually, change our life. Okay, so nowadays, for traffic condition or forecasting or world news, online banking, we are using the network. Okay, and the COVID actually proved that we can use everything through the network. Okay, so even for your daily life, just think about that. For any person daily life, what we need to think about online travel. So book our the travel things, then online entertainment, maybe the social networking things, then online gamings, and online interested group. Like as a student, we have to think about the education group. So these are all the things we are getting from the online. Okay, so that means what makes this online so popular, this data communication and networking. So this is the case. Okay, so I think how network impact our daily lives. As I told you that, think about if you are like collaborating with someone, we can do easily. Okay, so we can do easily with any devices. I am showing all the thing through some electronic devices. Okay, so these are the electronic devices. Even the student can give their exam through internet. Okay, so through the data communication and networking. So because we have that link, we have that individual link with each and every student, with each and every teacher. Okay, so we can have those things, we can have the track, and we give the solution. And this is not a joke, this is not a fairy tale. We proved those things in last year, that the examination and the class could be happen through this internet. Okay, so this is the era, okay, for us to utilize our product, our invention. Okay, so this is the case. So from this slide and next slide, actually I asked the 5 question. Okay, maybe the slide is very small, but there will be so many information, and maybe I need the next 20 minutes for this. Okay, or 15 minutes. for this. So be with me, because there will be so many terms and you have to know the terms, and I believe it will be revision for you because already you knew those terms. Okay, so first look at this network. You knew this, that you, I believe that you already know these things. Okay, so we have some network. Okay, some symbols are there. We have some network. So sometimes we call this network our wireless network. We'll study the whole wireless thing in our next semester. So these are some network. Then we have home network. That means in our home we have desktop connected with, these are the router. Okay, because I have some information. These are the router. The round shapes are nothing but the router. Okay, so then no need to write everything. Okay, now, okay, then these are the wireless things. Even in our home we can utilize the wireless router so that our home can be wireless as well. Okay, so wired and wireless blending can be happening in our home as well. Okay, this is like a institutional network like IoT. So in IoT we have IoT's own network. So we call IoT's own LAN network, local area network. So it's called like institutional network. Then we have, within IoT we have IoT's own local area wireless network, and so on. Then we have regional ISP. ISP stand for internet service provider. I'll give all the information like this left side. Okay, and this is actually called the global ISP. So here the main thing is we have different devices. So all the devices are connected through some media. We call this one as communication links, and these links are connected. So there is thinner link, thicker link, then we have the thinner link, and so on. Okay, so whenever we have global ISP means whole Bangladesh is connected with another country. Okay, so global ISP means these are the big router, and we can connect to another country through the submarine cables. Okay, or through the other media, satellite. Okay, so those are the things. And regional ISP means among Gajipur, Dhaka, and this region within Bangladesh. And this institutional means within institution, and this home means homes. And also we have the mobile network. I believe that you understand up to this. Any question up to this? Do you have
No,
any
sir.
question? Just say no, sir. Just write no, sir. Okay, you have any question? I have one question. Please say. Takib, 39,
Yes, sir.
139.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Do you have any question?
No, sir. Sir, I was actually wondering that these are the overview of the network system, right, from the data center to our mobile, right?
Still, I am not saying anything data center, but how the network will be created.
Mhm.
These are the things. This is the
Oh,
overview. What I say
overview.
that the nuts and bolt, because it will create, because if I say that overview of electrical system, then you have to write down the generator,
Mhm.
then the substation, then the local station, then your meters and your devices, something like that. Okay,
Ah,
exactly.
yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
talking about the network. Okay, so
Thanks.
just give this thing, because if you can connect those things to the electrical system, it will be like a water. So because of that, I just put this picture. I just don't ask anything, the question, rather than please be with me. If you have any question, please ask these things. This is actually, even if you don't work in this field, but you have to use this field in your whole life. Okay, so please know these things. Maybe your son and daughter may ask you that what is this, what is ISP, what is these things. It should be very clear cut. Okay, so the way they ask that what is this switch, light, fan. So because the light, fan, switch become very familiar with us. Okay, because it's our things. So in the next era, this kind of computer router wireless, Wi-Fi will be very familiar. You cannot imagine the what kind of era is coming. My daughter is 6 year old and she even cannot write ABCD. This is her first class. She is now in playgroup KG, but she know she told her mom that please mute, please unmute myself, I am disconnected, please open the Zoom, this kind of word. Even she cannot spell mute. This is the case. She don't know, does not know how to write ABC, but she know the button of mute and other things. She can change the video camera and other things. This is the era. So we have to at least know this infographics, that this is laptop, this is mobile phone. Okay. Otherwise, your next generation will may teach you. Okay. So this is the case, and this is something that we have to also carry on, because I have to study each and every day. So as I told you that this is the infographics. So all the things I use, that this is like a PC, this is a PC, then server, then wireless laptop, then smartphone. Any smart devices, any computational devices we can use. Okay, it does not mean that it should be computer. So any device which can compute, in the next slide I'll ask this, any device which can compute is called computer. So calculator is also one kind of computer. Okay, but in the calculator we cannot store, we cannot configure. Otherwise calculator is also like a computer. It's not like that computer means only the laptop and desktop. Computer can be a Raspberry Pi, can be a computer, a Arduino can be a computer. Okay, so anything which can compute is computer. Okay, so millions of connected computing device which have the like CPU power, which can train the electron. Okay, compute the electron is called this kind of devices is called host or end system. As I told you, the network is nothing but a, if you think about deeply, it's a graph theory. So inside the graph theory, we use each and every devices as at the end node, because these are the end device. So these are the end device. We connect the end device from here to here. Okay, so we know how they're connected. So this is actually from the graph theory we use. So most of the cases they actually known as end system, end devices. So we call sometimes these end devices as the host who generate the data. Okay, host is the generating data, generate the data. And also we call this one as end system or consumer or user, whatever. Okay, so these are nothing but PC, these are nothing but this kind of devices. So write down the name of some end system, write down these things, laptop, PC, mobile phone, whatever you have. Okay, just write down for your understanding. Okay, so this is my first query in the Q4, that write down the names only, server, wireless, whatever come to your mind, mobile devices, watch, whatever. Okay, just write down those names. Running network apps, so only that, as I told you, that for network I cannot use calculator as the computing device. It should have some interactive customized computing device, so it can work with some apps or software. So the host system should be computing device and should have some network. So this is actually case. Second one I use this kind of devices is called links. Okay, so here I use link. This is actually the wireless links, and this is the wired links. So this is the lines are nothing but the wired links and wireless links. So we can easily think, because I'll discuss this thing later in detail, but I am just giving the overview what we study. So the communication links are nothing but the fiber optic. This is the wired fiber optic, copper wire, radio, satellite. Okay, so these are the communication links, fiber optic, that means submarine cables, in our homes, then the cables, the fiber optic cables connected, then copper wire, then we can say that um, coaxial wire, okay, coaxial wires are there. Then the radio means RF, then we can use the satellite for the communication links, okay. So usually between computers in a network are made using physical wires or cables. So physically these devices should be connected, okay, by wired or wireless. The physically two devices should be connected. This is the prerequisite for the network, okay. And we can use the wireless thing, as I told you, that by radio waves on infrared signal, that means infrared RF, or even the radio. So during our next semester we'll study those things. So please write down some name of the communication media. That means write down fiber optics, copper, coaxial cable, copper cable, radio, satellite, like that, okay, just for your remembering, okay. So write down these things here, write down this PC here, write down this thing, the fiber optic, copper, radio, satellite, okay. So these things are there, okay. Then
Sir,
yes, yes.
sir, I had a question. Sir, does the communication media, could it be something very local as well, like a Ethernet cable connecting your PC to the router?
Yes, yes, of course. I'll come later, but Ethernet cable is what? The cable is nothing but the copper cable.
Oh, right, right.
Okay, so we can connect the router, this router through fiber optic cables, this router through copper cables, the router to radio. So I just write the media. The fiber can be the media, the light can be the media, copper can be the media, radio can be the media, satellite can be the media, where the electron can be converted to light, and then again so we use the modulation, demodulation, or we use the modems everywhere. I'll discuss later, okay. Let me finish these things, okay. And please put those question inside. Anytime just ask, I'll make those things clear, because there will be so many keywords, okay. Today even I just give the packet switching, but I am just telling that just know the word packet, okay. No need to understand today, just know the word packet, because we'll use around around 2 months regarding packet, the packet switches, okay. So 2 months is is still waiting, okay. So just know that we'll use packets, okay. So I am just giving the trailer of our course is something. So these are the router. So router actually route the route your electron from one place to another place. Router is nothing but the transformer, okay. So it will transform from, like, router is nothing exactly like the transformer. From your 11 kV volt, it can be converted to 440 and moves to your home, okay. So these are the router. It can be very big. It's like in the substation we have big transformer, small transformer. So these are the transformers, like but here, like, unlike the electrical system, here any device can be generated, okay. Any device can generate the data. So this is the case. So my data can be generated from here to there, or there to here. But in electrical system is one way, from generator to home, but here is obviously two ways. So we have routers and switches. The switch can switch. Here you can see that we have 5 devices. It can switch between some devices to for data. I'll discuss each and everything, okay, in detail. What is the main difference between router and switch? Just to this class, write down the names. Write down the names. Here it should be names, okay. Write down the names. Sorry, na. I just wrote all the things just before. Write down the names. Write down the names. What kind of question I wrote? Write the names of router. Just write down the names of router, nothing else, okay. So this is router and switch. We need router, switch, and packet switch, okay. Write down those things, okay. Sorry about this question, what I want to mean. Excuse me, okay. So number 6, please write down the router, switch, these terms. So in this slide, do you have any question?
Sir, I was disconnected for a while, sir. What question 4 is the end of host system. Can you explain this one more time?
End system.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so actually what happened, like if you think, if you think, here I want to write. So if you think about if you think about, this is not the star. So if you think about the graph theory, okay, there is a theory called graph theory. You can search graph theory, okay. So with the graph theory, actually what happened, so we have to, whenever you are making the graph theory, that time each and every node we have to count, count as a parameter, okay. So in the graph theory, all the nodes connected in the graph or communicated through the graph, this can be the graph, okay. So this can be the graph, whatever, okay. So we use as this node as the end nodes, okay. We call this one as the end nodes. These are the end point of the graph, okay, end point of the cable, end point of the network. So we have to connect, this is my 1 point and this is 3 point. So you have to decide how to connect. You can connect this way or you can connect this way, whatever. So this connection is known as network theory, okay. So you can connect this way. So you can say that if it's 1, if it is 2, if it is 3, and if it is 4, if anybody asks that how 2 can be connected to 4, that time I can say that 2 can be connected to 4 by 1 and 4, okay. So how the n connection 2 can be connected to 4, this is 4, is like this way, that 2 will connect to 1 and 4. So we call this one as n node, and with that n node we call this one as n system, because this should be in our network system. Everything should be a computing device, so you use this one as system, and we use this one as a host who can generate the data and so on. And if you cannot understand anything, maybe you can see the video later, okay. So hope you
Yes, sir, I got it.
okay. So in the next slide, the things are very small things, and these are the last slide maybe, okay. If you even I have 10 minutes to talk, I'll show you some figure as well, okay. So in here, actually what I want to say first, that a computer network is defined as the interconnection of 2 or more devices. That means if you have only one mobile, you cannot call this is a network device. This must be, a network must have at least 2 devices. This is the case. That means what is the computer network? A computer network consists of 2 or more interconnected computer. So what is computer? Any device which can compute. It's not like computer, any device which can compute, any smart device which can compute. The device is called smart because the algorithm and the program and the user is smart, okay. So this is the case. So it is done to enable the computer to communicate and share available resources. So the network, computer network, communicate each other to share the information from each other, okay. So because this device is not working, this is my dead phone and this is my alive phone. To show this is, I don't have the 2 phone, I have only 1 phone. A gentleman should have only 1 mobile number, so I have one and only one mobile number. But to explain, I need 2 devices, because of that I use my dead phone, okay. So this is my phone, this is my phone, these are 2 computer. This can be create a computer network to share and resources and to communicate. Any device which can compute, this is actually called computer network. Then internet is called networks of networks. That means now we call internet. That means inter-network. So there can be intranet, intra and inter. I believe you can distinguish these two terms. One is should be okay. I don't know what is that. So one is internet, another one is internet. Okay, so intranet is within one like communication level. One is inter, another one is intra. Okay, you can use net. Okay, so these are the two terms. So intranet is within the institution, but whenever this institution IoT has one network, then that national university has one network, then Open University has one network, BUET has one network. When all the network is connected, we call that one as internet. I'll discuss the internet later, not today's class, but whenever we call connected region, like Dhaka is connected to Gazipur and other place, we also call that one as internet. When Bangladesh, whole Bangladesh network is connected to another country's network, we call that one as internet. That means internet is called networks of networks. So I have one network, then another network and another network, but this is the example of internet. Okay, through some global ISP. ISP is nothing but internet service provider. Okay, so the connect different networks like mobile network, home network, institutional network. Okay, so why internet is called network of networks? Because it can connect different kind of networks. All right, in your own word. Okay, so this is the case. So now just think, I am just giving some keywords, only just remember, because I use this keyword in the whole of this 4 months, okay, session, because whole semester I will use this kind of keywords. Previously I used the packets, then I use routers, I use switches, then ISPs. Now I use the protocols. So protocols is nothing but some rules, some standard, because I am using the IoT's network should have the norms of IoT. Okay, so in your home network, you have what? In your home network, you have your own network. So if you want to connect the home network to others, you have to use others' rule, because in your home network, your router has your password and other things. Okay, you build configure by yourself. So this is your home network. It follows your rule. IoT follows his rule. So another country follows their rule. So if different rules will be there, there cannot be a common network. Okay, so there must be a common thing. That means every country speak in different language. Even in India, they are speaking in different languages, 13 languages in one country. So if they speak one another, so that time they cannot like communicate. So to communicate, actually we need one language, that is English. So if I can speak in English, all of you can understand. Even Arabic person, French person, French speaking person, Arabic speaking person, Bangla speaking person can understand my like deliver, because I am using one common thing. So because of that, I need a common standard things, and those standard is known as protocol. I'll talk about protocol later, just know the terms. Okay, so this protocol is nothing but the standard we call TCP/IP, HTTP, Skype 802.11. Please do not write anything, just know the terms. Okay, just familiar with this. Okay, and to standard this protocols, to standard, just a moment. Okay, to standard this protocol, there should be some institution. So IEEE is one institution is there. Then we have request for comments, RFC is there. Internet Engineering Task Force is there, who actually created this kind of protocols from the very beginning. So these are the things. Yes, ask me question. I use another 2 minutes. Okay, I should finish at 4:15. Another 2 minutes are there. So somebody wants to ask question. Arua Ba, you want to ask? No. Okay. So till here, do you have any question? Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much. So I can proceed, because this proceed means I'll show this thing in the next class as well. So whatever you said, that cables means the network components. Cables means cables. Okay, this is the RJ45 cables or Cat5 cables or Cat6 cable. Cat means category 5, category 6. I'll discuss each and everything later whenever I will discuss about the cables. So this is RJ45 because the connector is known as RJ45. Okay, RJ45 connector, and the connector has 8 ports. So for computer 8, for mobile for landline phone it is 4. Okay, so I know this thing because I have. So here whenever we connect, so this is RJ45 connector, it is 8. So this is actually called network card or network interface card, NIC. So this is a broadband router. Actually we use, this is broadband router we may need. This is actually the router, wireless router. We can say that wireless router. This is broadband router, means fiber optic connection can be connected here. So a router can be, nowadays a router can be a modem too. Okay, so it can modulate, demodulate the fiber optic things. Then this router also like a modem, it can modulate and demodulate the wireless things, then converted all the things to a electron. Then this is like a switch. So in some of your router, if it is little bit costlier, that time you can use your router as a switch or hub as well. Otherwise you have to buy a separate device which is known as switch or hub. So router will route, switch will switch between the devices, and hub is also there. So just know the term. I'll give you the difference between, what is the difference between switch and hub later. Router is later. I feel very trusty. Okay, so I need to finish very quickly. Okay, this is wireless adapter, wireless network adapter or wireless router. Okay, so these are the things I believe you know. Okay, I believe you don't have any question. So can I proceed to next?
Yes, sir. Can you please show us the review question of slide 12?
Okay, okay, I will come back later. Okay,
Okay,
later.
sir.
Okay? Let me finish. Okay, later on after the class you may ask again. So this is a closer look. I want to finish very quickly here. So just know the terms. This is the last thing. Just know the terms. Whatever we study today, we study the network edge, the endpoint. The network edges are host or client or servers. Network edges are host or clients or servers. Servers means who serve the queries, who create the data. Servers often in the data center. They are often in the data center. So in our IoT, we have the data center, we have the server. Access network or physical media is nothing but the router or wired or wireless communication links. Then the network core are this kind of routers or network of networks. So these are the things we have studied today. So if you do you have any question till now? If you don't, then I may finish today's class. Okay, so thank you very much. You may upload the slide, and someone asked me about Discord. So someone asked me about page number 13, na?
Sir, 12.
12. Okay. Please see. The first question was, okay, let me finish. The first question was write down the name of some end system. Okay. Write down the name of some end system. So just write down the name of these things, wireless, mobile phones. Right. Second question was write down the name of the communication media. That means write down fiber optic, copper cable, coaxial cable, RJ45 cable, radio, satellite, whatever. And write down the name of router and switch. Just write down the name, router, switch, hub, something. Okay, just these are the keywords I just ask you to write. Okay. So someone want to ask me question?
Following date, sir. The first question.
First question.
from the following page, sir. The next page, sir.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is computer network?
Yes, sir. So do we like explain it in a
Ah.
1 or 2 lines?
Okay, so the computer network means it's a computer network is defined as the interconnection of 2 or more computers. So here the main key point is that you need 2 devices. One devices cannot be a part of the network. We need 2 devices. So the first is called that we need 2 computing devices connected together to share and communicate. Okay, so 2 common connected devices interconnected together, 2 or more connected devices is interconnected together for sharing and communicating, sharing resources and communicating. It's called computer network. And computer means any device which can compute. Okay, your Raspberry Pi can be a computer. Your what Arduino can be a computer. Okay, this is the case. Is it clear?
Yes, clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any question, anything? Otherwise, I feel that I want to stop, and please respond here. Okay, and if you think, please after response, please turn it anytime. Okay, you can move there and you can turn it anytime. Okay, so maybe I want to be myself as a student as well. Okay, Habib.Kabir. Okay, so I want to be a student and I want to see what is the difficulties over there. Okay, so please turn in after something. Okay, even afterwards, and if it is showing late, no worry. Okay, you can explain. Some of you already explained that why it is late or something, but my aim is I want to know that you understand all the things without thinking about the attendance. Okay, I want to know that you understood everything, so that this subject you don't have to read anymore anytime in your whole future. And please believe me, in near future, whatever research you will do, you have to use some communication devices, because the new demand is all the information should be in my palm, in my hand. Everybody wants that. Okay, who asked the question? Who wants to ask the question? Someone?
Yeah.
Sir?
So I need the answer. Of
Okay,
the
okay.
question.
Oh, no question. Okay. So can I finish?
Yes,
The,
sir.
the answer with feedback.
Oh, please say.
I say the answer with feedback.
Oh, answer of the feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say? What question?
I think the first question.
First question.
Yeah.
Write down the name of the end systems.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So write down, because do you want to know the answer? So write down the name of the PC, computer, server, laptop, mobile phone, Arduino, Raspberry Pi, whatever comes to your mind. You know all the names. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please. And I believe that tomorrow I'll take the class, then I'll stop and I'll take all the classes after the after the Ramadan. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir.
Tomorrow.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, tomorrow see you. No?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.